In a world with over 8 billion people, some individuals stand out, not for their achievements or talents, but because of their truly unique physical traits. These are the people whose body features, whether it's an unusually long limb, a strikingly large feature, or something totally one of a kind, go far beyond the ordinary. Hit that comment button and join us as we dive into the fascinating stories of people with extraordinary, awe-inspiring body characteristics. Pauline Potter was once known as the world's heaviest woman, and she held another jaw-dropping record for the largest waistline, 102 inches, that's over 8.5 feet around. Just picture the daily struggles she faced with such a massive waistline. At her peak, Pauline weighed 643 pounds, 292 kilograms, and simple tasks like getting dressed or taking a shower became nearly impossible. She was reliant on a motorized wheelchair for movement and couldn't even fit into a car, making every day a major challenge. But Pauline's story is one of incredible determination and hope. Instead of seeking fame, she reached out to Guinness World Records as a cry for help, hoping medical professionals would step in to guide her on a path to change. Her weight issues began in childhood, where food was both a comfort and a way to celebrate, a pattern that stuck with her into adulthood. Despite it all, Pauline's journey became a powerful reminder of the strength it takes to reclaim your life. San Mumtaz, a 25-year-old from a small village about 100 kilometers from Lahore, Pakistan, is known for his extremely large head. Growing up, his family thought his condition was due to Proteus syndrome, the rare disorder that also affected Joseph Merrick, better known as the Elephant Man. But Sayan's condition is different. While Proteus syndrome usually causes asymmetrical deformities, Sayan's body is symmetrically affected, leading doctors to believe he may have a completely different, rare congenital disorder. Living with this condition has been a huge struggle for Sayan. Despite the challenges, he holds on to the dream of starting a rickshaw business, but he doesn't think marriage is in his future, viewing his condition as a curse he must carry alone. Sayan's search for answers has caught the attention of Dr. Edwin Kirk, a top clinical geneticist from Sydney Children's Hospital. Dr. Kirk is determined to get to the bottom of Sayan's condition and plans to visit Pakistan to conduct tests. Once back in Australia, he will team up with Dr. Glenn Marshall to explore potential treatment options. Imagine a tribe where long necks are the norm, not just a quirky trait of one person. Meet the Padang women of the Karan tribe, also known as the long neck women, from northern Thailand and eastern Myanmar. One of these women even holds the Guinness World Record for the longest neck, measuring a stunning 16 inches, about 40.6 centimeters. That's 4 times longer than the average. But here's the twist: their necks aren't naturally that long. This striking look is the result of wearing heavy brass rings, starting as early as age 5. The first ring alone weighs about 4.5 pounds, or 2 kilograms, and over time, more rings are added, gradually compressing the collarbone and ribcage to create the illusion of an elongated neck. The result? A giraffe-like appearance, with their necks adorned in gold, which has captivated people for centuries. But why undergo such a painful transformation? Some believe the rings were originally meant to protect women from tiger attacks or scare off slave traders. Others say it's simply a symbol of beauty and grace in Padang culture. Whatever the reason, this unique tradition is a proud part of their heritage. Andrija Ivanova, a 24-year-old from Bulgaria, is taking the idea of bold beauty to a whole new level. She claims to have the largest lips in the world, spending over $10,000 on lip fillers alone, and she's not stopping anytime soon. In fact, she's gearing up for her 27th injection. Her lips, which give off a real-life Bratz doll vibe, have become her signature look. Each injection costs around $250, but Andrea sees it as a small price to pay to stand out in a world that often celebrates more traditional beauty. While some fans worry about the risks, like the fear of her lips bursting, Andrea isn't backing down. She's committed to pushing the limits of cosmetic enhancements. But her lip transformations aren't the only thing on her mind. She's also spent around $900 per session on cheek fillers to achieve that sharp, doll-like look. Andrea's even considering a facelift and chin contouring to finish off her dramatic makeover. She's all in on transforming herself into the ultimate, larger-than-life version of beauty. If you've ever dreamed of having long, naturally stunning lashes, you might just find your ultimate inspiration in Zheng Xia. This extraordinary woman from China holds the Guinness World Record for the longest eyelash, measuring a jaw-dropping 8 inches, around 20.3 centimeters. Growing from the upper lid of her left eye, it started showing up in 2015 when she first noticed its wild length. While most of us can't go without mascara or fake lashes, Zheng doesn't need any of that. Her lashes act as their own built-in eyeliner, cutting down on time in front of the mirror and saving her the hassle of makeup. Imagine that! No more makeup aisles to deal with. Despite being so long, her lashes don't interfere with her daily life, but they sure do turn heads wherever she goes. Doctors have no explanation for this unique feature, and it doesn't seem to run in her family. Zheng herself believes her lashes are a divine gift, something she credits to a spiritual experience she had after spending an incredible 480 days in the mountains. Quite the story, right? Mrityunjay Das, a remarkable boy from India, faced an unimaginable challenge just 7 months into his life. Born with hydrocephalus, a condition where fluid builds up in the brain, his head swelled to a staggering 38 inches in circumference, nearly 1 meter, making it the largest ever recorded. Picture a head bigger than a watermelon on a tiny baby. The excess fluid, almost 1.45 gallons, 5.5 liters, put immense pressure on his brain and drastically changed his appearance. But against all odds, the skilled doctors at AIIMS Hospital in Bhubaneswar turned his story around. After 6 weeks of intense surgery, they managed to remove nearly 1 gallon, 3.7 liters, of fluid and inserted a shunt to drain the rest. This gave Mrityunjay a second shot at life. His head shrank to a more manageable 27 inches, around 69 centimeters, and his cognitive abilities began to improve. Before the surgery, cruel neighbors had called him Ghost Baby, and his parents, Kamlesh and Kavita, felt isolated. Now, with his head closer to a normal size, they look toward a future filled with hope and acceptance. Ever wonder if a nose could make someone famous? Mehmet Ozyurek is living proof it can. Coming from Artvin, Turkey, Mehmet holds the Guinness World Record for the longest nose on a living person, measuring a remarkable 3.46 inches, around 8.8 centimeters. His nose was officially measured back in 2010 on Italy's Low Show DEI record, and it was reconfirmed in both 2020 and 2021. But growing up, Mehmet didn't exactly see his nose as a badge of honor. Like many kids with unique features, he faced teasing and ridicule. Over time, though, Mehmet came to appreciate his extraordinary feature, seeing it as a gift from God. I mean, how many people can say their nose is big enough to inflate a balloon? Plus, Mehmet insists his nose gives him an enhanced sense of smell. Imagine being able to sniff out fresh-baked bread from miles away. While his nose is impressive, it's not the longest on record. That title belongs to Thomas Wedders, an 18th century English circus performer whose nose measured an astonishing 7.5 inches, 19 centimeters. Byron Schlenker, a 47-year-old from Syracuse, New York, and his 14-year-old daughter Emily now share the Guinness World Record for the widest tongues. Byron's tongue measures a massive 3.4 inches, about 8.6 centimeters, roughly the size of a beer coaster. Emily's is just a little smaller at 2.9 inches, 7.3 centimeters, earning her the record for the widest female tongue. It all started with a school project. While helping Emily with her research, Byron decided to measure his own tongue and was shocked to find it was wider than the existing record. At first, Emily was unsure about joining in, but she eventually went for it and ended up breaking the record for women. Now, the Schlenkers are a record-holding duo, and their story has gone viral on social media. Friends love to joke about Byron's big tongue, but he and his wife Vicky take it all in good fun. The family of 5, which includes Emily and her 2 younger sisters, embraces their quirky claim to fame with a light-hearted and humorous attitude. Annie Hawkins Turner, known to the world as Norma Stitz, is a truly remarkable woman, holding the Guinness World Record for the largest natural breasts. Her unique physique is the result of a rare condition called gigantomastia, which causes excessive breast growth. Each of Annie's breasts weighs over 30 pounds, about 13.6 kilograms, making her a living marvel of biology. While gigantomastia can bring pain, discomfort, and health concerns, Annie has boldly accepted her body. Despite doctors and family suggesting she undergo breast reduction surgery, Annie has stood firm, determined to keep her natural form. For Annie, her chest isn't just a physical feature. It's a symbol of her resilience. Though her younger years were marked by struggles with self-acceptance, in a world that wasn't ready for someone so different, she's since embraced her uniqueness. Now at 67, Annie lives without regrets, using her voice to educate others about gigantomastia. She's transformed her personal challenge into a powerful tool for inspiration, empowering people facing similar obstacles to embrace their own individuality. Rümeysa Gelgi, a remarkable woman from Turkey, stands at an astounding 7 feet 0.7 inches, around 2.15 meters. Imagine needing to tilt your head back just to see someone's face. That's the unique perspective Rümeysa offers. At just 26, she holds several Guinness World Records, including the tallest living woman, longest fingers, largest hands, and longest back. Her extraordinary height is due to Weaver syndrome, a rare condition that causes accelerated growth and physical challenges. Only about 50 people worldwide have this condition, and she's one of the few women affected. While her height is impressive, it brings challenges like finding clothes, moving around, or sitting in standard chairs. Rümeysa often buys dresses as tops, since regular shirts are too small. Despite struggling with scoliosis, undergoing multiple surgeries, and using custom furniture, Rümeysa's determination is inspiring. In 2022, Turkish Airlines even modified seats for her first air travel experience,